Hey everyone, it's your girl Chris, and welcome to Between the Wickets, a conversation series where I step onto the pitch to explore the lives and stories of the professional players who live and breathe the game. Let's welcome our first guest today, Aditya Varadharajan. Hi Aditya, how are you?
Hey, Crystal. Thank you. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks again for taking some time to be here on Between the Wickets. L-
Pleasure.
Let's start with your story. Can you tell me a bit about the significance of cricket as you grew up in Chennai, and how did that evolve into you representing Canada at the international level?
Yeah, it's a long story. So I started my career in Chennai. So, as you know, I'm from born and brought up in Chennai. As you know, the cricket there is quite big, and um, just like any other student while growing up, so my parents put me in a sport. Happened to be cricket, and eventually picked it up from there. And things actually started getting serious when I represented the state at the under 13 level. So when I was 13, so until then we were just playing cricket for fun, and then when you suddenly think my coaches started telling my parents that okay, this guy has some potential to play, to go on to play for the next level, and things slowly started getting serious after that. And then eventually you played different represented the state in different age category, and then it just became a lot more serious after that. And the transition to Cricket Canada is when everybody, it was an impulsive decision from my end, but no regrets right now because I learned a lot over the course. um, when I was 23, 24, like there would be a point in anyone's career where uh, like will we go to the next level and represent the country, or go on to play for the Ranji Trophy, or like for a prolonged period of time. But when that didn't happen, when you were nearly there but that didn't happen, so there's a lot of thoughts and you wanted to seek other opportunities. And that's when I was just looking out there, and my sister had moved to Canada. I had no idea at that point of time that uh, cricket was played in Canada. But however, when I followed World Cups, I know that Canada was part of 2003 World Cup, and 2007 World Cup, if I'm not wrong, or 2011. So yeah, so when I moved here with zero expectations of playing cricket. So just wanted to play recreational cricket and see where it goes. And eventually things happened, and just like parallelly playing cricket, and um, started working, and so eventually ended up playing for Canada. So I'm so glad that I was able to follow my passion, and do have my day job as well.
I love that. Yeah, no, it's very exciting to see your journey from India to Canada. It really is a success story, and I think taking the risk despite it being so impulsive definitely paid off.
I guess, just humbled like with the way things have shaped up, and absolutely no regrets of taking the decision, even though it was impulsive back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just happy with the way with where I am right now. So.
Yeah, I love that. And speaking of representing Canada, they made waves at last year's ICC Men's T20 World Cup. They left quite an impact on old fans and gained a lot of new fans as well. What was your personal experience being a part of the team? And what do you think that meant for Canadian cricket as a whole?
I was like I said, playing for Canada would be, playing at the international level would be any cricketer's dream. So was my dream as well. So I was supposed to represent in 21. I was selected, but unfortunately, I think for some paperwork, I wasn't able to play for whatever reasons. But when I got the opportunity again to represent, I was part of the 30 for the World Cup selections, and ended up performing in Houston and ended up making it to the reserves. Um, so it was really nice. So there was absolutely no expectations from my end. I just wanted to enjoy my cricket at this point of time and see where it takes me. And eventually, when I made my debut in August in Netherlands, it just like I was really happy and with the way things went. Even though I was just trying to enjoy my cricket wherever I play, at whatever level I play. So I'm just happy that I was able to represent Canada at the international level.
I love that. And what do you think it means for Canadian cricket as a whole, and the progress and development that they have?
It's definitely a huge progress because with a lot of um, uh, T20 World Cups now that there's 20 teams in the World Cup, so there's a lot of attraction for all the associates, and they really want to. So a lot of cricketers from when I moved here, and to how the interest that I see in cricket in Canada right now has gone up drastically. Everyone's taking the sport seriously, even in North America, and the level has gone up for sure. And all the local tournaments here that has played from where it was to where it is now, it's definitely gone up. So, I mean, if you don't keep up to that level, I'm sure there's someone else is always, trying to get do better. So I'm just trying to, you know, work hard every day and try to be the
Yeah.
best version of myself.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I think no matter where we are in whatever industry, we're always trying to better ourselves, and better our skills just to be a better version of ourselves. And I love that that's what you're doing. Now, besides playing in the US Premier League, you've also played in the US for minor league, which if our audience doesn't know, it's a developmental league for Major League Cricket. Your teams were the New Jersey Stallions and the Michigan Cricket Stars. Can you talk to me about what that experience was like in minor league, and how does it compare or contrast to the cricketing environment in Canada?
It's a beautiful platform for a major league, like you said. Like I said, the cricket in North America is growing every year. You see some new developments coming in North America, and there's a lot of attraction. And I've been reached out, like, since I'm still in touch with cricket in India. So a lot of people who asked me about how cricket is in North America. So that's how much it's reached um, everywhere. The attraction is like, growing every year, right? Yeah. So the first year experience was quite interesting for me in uh, the minor league. So I was with New Jersey Stallions, and the environment and the way, like, I could clearly see there was a vision on how things were going to be played in uh, played in the US cricket, right? Yeah, I mean, I just felt like from the first year to so I think it started in 21 to 2025. There's been a lot of development, a lot of upcoming cricketers, and even they've every if I'm not wrong, every franchise in the minor league have their own academy that gives an opportunity for all the youngsters to take up cricket in North America. I think that's how the cricket is going to grow going forward in North America. When you start, because when with a lot of people coming in from different parts of the world, and then you have your own academy set up for the local people in the US, that gives them a platform to, showcase their skill at the domestic level, and that can eventually end up, playing for the country or playing global leagues.
Yeah, no, I love that. And it just reminds me of something my father had said, immigrating from Guyana and being a first generation American, a lot of times it's almost either you grow up in cricket or you don't. And we didn't have those resources like kids do now in America in order to get into cricket academies. and to develop their skills. So I think it's amazing um, how much attention it's garnered in India, as well as globally. And I just saw that Major League is getting a season four, and that just goes to show the amount of development and interest and potential it has as a global tournament, and what other stars in the making that they could bring up.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the even in Canada, you see a lot of. When I came in, there was no many major tournaments, and then GT20 had come, and then there's a lot of the Super 60, the T10 league has started. So there's a lot of cricket that's happening across North America, and I think it's just I'm sure a lot of youngsters and they're just getting benefited out of all these tournaments, and that gives them a platform to showcase their skills, and that could eventually lead for better opportunities globally.
Absolutely. And speaking of, your performances on the Canadian turf and on the American turf as well, you've had quite a few strong performances over your career. Is there any match that sticks out in your mind where you felt like, yeah, this is why I do what I do. This is why I love the game.
There's been so I just enjoy my cricket. Like that's the phase I'm in right now. So I just like to enjoy take any game. So the one game that stands out is I also play the Tamil Nadu Premier League. That's one of the pretty elite leagues in India. So I've had a game in one of the semifinals where there was about 10 to 15,000 people. Like it's always good. Like I mean, it was a great experience playing with a larger amount of crowd, and it's like very close to how it's been played in the IPL. So whether it's with large crowds and with media and everything. So when you get, I scored about 70 odd runs in a high pressure game in a semi-finals. So that gave me a different perspective. Like I think that's one performance that stood out in my mind. But uh, going even in there are a couple of other performances in minor league and for the club level in Canada. But this is one performance that immediately stood out in my mind. That kind of changed the career path, the way I started thinking about how I can go further in terms of uh, taking my career path forward.
Do you think it sticks out in your mind a little more because it was a little closer to home? Um,
I wouldn't deny that for sure. I think that's uh, like because I grew up playing cricket in India and playing in Chennai, that feels that's a lot of comfort. Especially I've played cricket with all those players. I've grown up with them. So playing in home condition and performing in front of your home crowd is always feels always special. And having said that, playing in North America has its own challenge too. So so the challenge is any games, any high level games that you play, the conditions are different. The teams that you play are different. You meet people from different cultural backgrounds. So like everything is different. So you just have so that has its own challenge as well. But there's a lot of comfort playing cricket in India because you've played with them throughout and you've grown up with them. So it has its own challenges, but I just feel there's a lot of other challenges in North America that you have to tackle, and that constantly keeps you need to constantly keeps I mean you need to sharpen your skills constantly to in order to catch up to that level.
yeah, no, which is it's fair enough. And it does make sense where yeah, being closer to home, it's less of an adaptability because you're so used to those conditions versus being out of your comfort zone. Um,
Absolutely.
what helps you to stay mentally and physically in shape during the season and to stay sharp? Because um, there are so many things that you look at in terms of weather conditions and changing factors, maybe other commitments to other tournaments or other priorities that you have. Do you have any routines that may be spiritual or otherwise that kind of help you reset?
To be honest, I am a spiritual person, so that eventually helps with the sport. And I also have a couple of, I've worked with a mental health coach um, who constantly keeps helping me out with my routines and everything. So his name is Selva Ganpati. So he's from India. So I constantly work with him. I've been working with him for the past 4 years now, I guess. So it's, like the way I started seeing the sport is completely different after I started working with him, and it's more of uh, trying to get better and trying to be the best version of yourself, and just constantly enjoy the sport as it comes. So just seeing it as a sport, and once you play cricket, there's also life away from
Yeah,
cricket. So when you see it from a different perspective, I just think the best in you comes out while you play a sport. So I just think, because back in the days, I would never think like that, while playing. So you would always want to, compete and go hard at it. But it's not wrong to think that way either. Like, everybody has their own perspective. But when I see from a different angle, it just makes me enjoy the sport a lot more than how it used to be back then.
I think that's the beauty of evolving as a human and as a person, as an individual, where yes, you want to go hard, but also you have that understanding that there's more to life than just cricket. Um,
Absolutely.
and I think it's amazing that you're able to tap into that and do it so well because I don't think a lot of people understand that sometimes you get so consumed by constantly and physically preparing yourself to for your cricket matches and then also being affected by what people say online because that's a whole other thing in terms of quote unquote pleasing audiences and fans and things like that. So I think it's great that you are so spiritually in touch as well as working with others to help move yourself forward as an athlete.
Yeah, definitely being looking at it from a spiritual side helps a lot. Doesn't I mean The social media comments that you mentioned, um, like we live in a phase where, like, you should accept, like, when you perform really well, you're going to get a lot of
Right.
love and, good comments. And like, it's the opposite when you don't do well. So I just feel like, if you can maintain a balance of handling the two, I think you should be good, because that's where I feel, um, trying to be looking at it from a spiritual side helps a lot, because you're just focused on yourself, and you're just trying to get better, and not worrying about the outcome of, like, you're not getting affected by the result, right? So I think that looking at it from that angle definitely helps a lot.
Yeah, and it's always funny when sometimes you may not do so well in one match, and then you have the fans who come on social media and they're like the most skilled cricket coaches, and they're always trying to give advice. But sometimes you just need to block that out and kind of do you.
So you just, we're humans at the end of the day. I think all those comments, if you look at it, it will affect you as a person, but
Right.
it's about how you accept it and move on quickly. It's If you just, like, try to brush it off, and I just feel like you're just escaping from
That's
the
true.
entire thing. So
Yeah.
rather, you accept the reality and you move on from it. So I just feel, when you do that, it just um, you just feel better, like, about accepting it. And like, you can just, like I said, you're just one good innings away. So
Mm.
when you perform well, you're just turning the tables again. So it
Yeah,
just keeps going on and on. It's about maintaining that right balance in your mind and the way you look at it, and accepting the reality is very, very important. Like a lot of, like, I wouldn't do that 5 6 years back, and right
right.
now the perspective has changed. Whether you do perform well, you're not, whether you don't perform well, it's about accepting what it is and trying to get better at it and just move on from it. Yeah.
I love that. Well said. Well said. All right, Aditya. So we're going to switch gears to a quick fire round. Very low pressure, nothing crazy. Are you ready?
Right. Yeah, think so.
Okay. Who would be your dream cricket partner in a T20 match?
So I'm a bit old school in this, so I would prefer a cricketer called Lance Closer. He's always my. I grew up watching Lance Closer. He's South African cricketer, 99. Not many would know him right now, but he was a hero in '99 World Cup, if I'm not wrong. So I grew up watching Lance Closer. So he would definitely be my dream partner.
I love that. Okay. What's your go-to comfort food?
Um, I'm very South Indian at it, so I would always prefer dosa and
Mm.
filter coffee.
Okay. All right. What's the one cricket superstition or ritual you always follow if you have any?
So I mean, so while batting, I usually strap my gloves 6 times. Six is my lucky number, so that's something that my some of my close friends know about it. But yeah, so that's something that just comes naturally.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. What are three Tamil phrases or words you find yourself saying all the time?
Mm. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's just like, honestly, nothing comes to my mind right now. So,
That's fine. If nothing comes, we'll skip that one. From the Canadian team, who are two teammates you trust to survive a zombie apocalypse with, and who are two teammates you wouldn't trust to survive?
so I tell someone who I trust with,
Mhm.
who I have trust. One is Aaron Johnson, and the other one is Sahib Malhotra. And I don't know. I don't want to mention who I don't trust with. So everyone's nice, you know.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, that wraps our quick fire round. I think you got away with the last two questions, but
I'm
that's
just trying to
fine.
be nice.
All righty. Well, before I let you go, if you could tell your younger self something right here, right now, what would you tell him?
Um, just go with the flow, trust the process, and not think about the result. I know I've said that before, but because I just feel thinking about the result put a lot of pressure in you, and I think every athlete would have experienced that at some point of time, and probably that's something that I've learned over time. And if I had to say something like that to my younger self, that would be it.
I love that. Very level-headed, and it shows it
Thank
shows your growth. It shows your growth as a person. And I love, hearing your journey from Chennai to Canada. Um, yeah, well, Aditya, thanks so much for joining me today on Between the Wickets. And to our audiences, if you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode. Until next time, I'm Crystal Ramroop. See you on the pitch.